are kicking off summer this week on Good Day State Line, and summer means family barbecues and all-day parties. The perfect time to talk potatoes. Cara Harbstreet is here with us tonight. She's an intuitive eating registered dietitian. She's got some great summer potato ideas for us. Hello.
Hello, and thanks so much for having me. I mean, potatoes are America's favorite vegetable, but I think a lot of us underestimate the nutritional powerhouse they really are, so I can't wait to share more.
I think you're right? You get so confused sometimes when you hear all of these things about what foods are good for you and what foods are not, and I think potatoes kind of cross the barrier. They go back and forth and back and forth. So that's why we have you, the expert, to tell us all about, if potatoes are supposed to be in our diets.
Well, they are a vegetable, which I think gets overlooked quite a bit, but we should be putting more of those on our plate. And potatoes are incredibly versatile. They pair well with so many flavors, but just to hover around those nutrition points for a quick minute, it's an excellent source of vitamin C, providing almost a third of our daily needs. When it comes to potassium as well, especially when you keep that skin on for our medium-sized potato, that serving is providing 620 milligrams of potassium, which happens to be more than a banana at just 450 milligrams. And then finally, protein is a nutrient that a lot of folks are thinking about, and that same serving of potatoes is providing 3 grams, which is actually more than any other commonly eaten vegetable besides dried beans.
That is definitely a fact. I had no idea there was protein in potatoes.
Yes, and that's one of the reasons that they're so filling. We know from the research that having potatoes can actually prevent you from feeling hungry. And I think that's why we see them showing up time and time again in some of the most popular diets out there. We see potatoes in the Mediterranean diet, the DASH diet, which is great for heart health, as well as flexitarian eating patterns and plant-based diets. So potatoes, I mean, there's just so much to love about them.
Okay, so what about the difference between potatoes and sweet potatoes? Is one better than the other? Can we have them both? What do you think?
Well, Michelle, I'm so glad you asked, because this is one of my favorite myths to bust about potatoes, and they're actually quite similar. So when we look at sweet potatoes as compared to regular potatoes, the biggest difference that we're noticing is that our sweet potatoes are an excellent source of vitamin A, while our regular potatoes are an excellent source of vitamin C. Other than that, they're very, very similar when it comes to nutrition.
Okay, so we can have them both.
Absolutely. And speaking of having more of them, I've got some fantastic recipes that I'm so excited to share. You can find all of these at potatogoodness.com/summer. Obviously inspired by summer, we have that vibrant color that we love to see, eating with our eyes. But our first one that we're starting out with is full of flavor and full of color because we're featuring our beautiful purple potatoes. This is our red, white, and blue potato salad. So it's perfect for any of that summer entertaining that you're doing over the holiday season. And because we've incorporated some of that ham and walnuts for a little bit of crunch, it's a really satisfying and beautiful side dish that you can serve.
What is the difference between a purple potato and all those other potatoes?
Well, the biggest difference that you'll find is the color and potentially the size. But when it comes to the nutrition, across the board, all of these wonderful varieties of potatoes are delivering pretty similar nutrition, which is why when it comes to grilling, I think they can be a really creative option for our grilled potato kebabs. You can use our small baby potatoes. You can use these that I've cut earlier. But by the time we load up our skewers with some additional veggies and a protein source like the chicken sausage I'm using right now, we essentially end up with a meal in one, and it's just a fun family activity where everyone can grab a skewer and make their own version of these grilled potato kebabs.
That's making me really hungry. That sounds
yes,
so good.
I know, I'm working up an appetite too. And when you're on the go, that appetite can hit you out of nowhere. So if you need a quick, filling, and nutritious snack, I recommend our on-the-go potatoes. So these have been roasted with some panko breading, a light seasoning, and they're a filling option. So if you're busy with the family activities, heading on a road trip or for sports activities, potatoes are an excellent way to fuel your performance and provide that deeply satisfying flavor that we love so much.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for all of these delicious potato tips.
Thanks so much for having me. And you can find all of these recipes plus many, many more to inspire you over at potatogoodness.com/summer.
Perfect. We will be right back with some more summer kickoff fun. We're headed to Byron to Prairie Fire Golf and Grill.